Hello everybody, it's Andrew. I'm making this video because I'm going through a lot of things right now that are particularly challenging. So every day is more of a learning experience for me. I'm finding a lot more about myself and just, I guess, my limits, what I'm capable of doing, how much I'm capable of emotionally handling. And I'm pretty sure, this is a lot of shit that's going on in trans guys' heads. Because it's fucking irritating to have to deal with all of this shit just to be happy. It shouldn't have to be this way. It shouldn't have to come down to this. I don't think it's necessary for me to prove how much of a man I am. Or I don't think it's anyone's place to question it. I'm a man. I'm always going to be a man, regardless of how you feel or what you have to say about it. That's just what it is. I don't see a reason why I need to hide this. I don't see a reason why I need to keep this a secret. I'm at a point in my life where I'm done putting a filter on my life and trying to hide who I am. This is who I am, and I want everybody to know that. And whoever's going to be here to watch me grow and want to participate in my journey is going to be here, and whoever doesn't is going to make that known. And it's sad that, I'll be losing relationships with people that I truly care about and that I would like to have a relationship with in the future. But it is what it is. And I can't force relationships with people who don't want to try anymore. I can't keep forcing relationships with people who don't want to call me Andrew and who don't want to use the correct pronouns, or with people who just avoid calling me anything completely just so that they don't have to call me Andrew. I'm still a person, and I have a name, and I should be addressed as such. I deserve to be. I really do accept every single point of view that everybody has, because there are people who halfway agree with what I'm doing and how I feel, and they have their own opinions about it, and I'm not kicking people out of my life. I just will not tolerate any sort of bashing or any sort of ridicule. I can no longer tolerate any question of my intelligence because I'm a highly intelligent individual. I can no longer tolerate being taken advantage of. I have such a huge heart, and sometimes it could be my greatest downfall. I am able to be taken advantage of, sometimes without even me being aware of it. And I can no longer leave myself in a spot where I'm vulnerable. I'm doing my best to live happy as Andrew and to move on. And there's just no more room in my life for hurt, especially if I can help it. I'm doing a lot to keep people involved and to give everybody the opportunity to know what's going on with me. I make video updates. I post pictures, sort of like journal entries on my Facebook, with what I'm feeling, what I'm going through. I post statuses. I can't be much more open about what I'm going through than that. And those who are close to me, I send out invites to events and things that I'm doing that, I want people to be part of. And if nobody shows up, then I can't do anything anymore. I can't be sympathetic to what someone is going through if they just do not make how they feel aware to me. And that doesn't help by not communicating with me. Who I am now is just an outward extension of who I was before. I was always this way. I was always that guy inside. I just could never make that known out of fear. And I am no longer afraid of anything. I can't be. Or else I wouldn't be this person. You can disown me, you can cut me off and choose to not talk to me anymore, you can avoid me. It's still not going to change the fact that this is who I am. And anybody who truly, truly tries to change that or make me see differently does not care about my best interest at all. My time being who I used to be is up, and I wouldn't have been able to progress being that person. I would have been stuck in that same level. I want to see myself grow. I want to see myself be who I've always felt like I was, and not what was asked of me or what was expected of me. I achieved a lot before I decided to come out as Andrew, and I'm proud of that. I'm damn proud of that. I worked hard as shit to get to where I am now. And I'm not ignoring that, and I'm not blowing it off, and I'm not like killing it off. I wouldn't be here now if I wasn't that person, and I didn't achieve all of those things because this right now, this coming out and this transition would not be possible if I didn't do any of those things. And now that I'm coming out, I'm going to be able to achieve a lot more than what I did before. There's just going to be a lot of really, really good changes coming up in the future because of this. Because I have the confidence in myself that I can achieve anything. And this is going to be for me. This isn't going to be for everybody else. And that's what's going to make me even more proud and happier that I achieved this without feeling like this is an obligation. This is what I need to do because this is what everybody wants from me. This is going to be for me. And that's something that's new to me. I'm not used to doing things for myself. I really didn't give a shit about myself until recently. I don't like being told by, therapists and psychiatrists that I'm paranoid, that I have anxiety, that I have ADD, that I am depressed. I don't like having to talk about my suicide attempts or all of the deep issues that I have. And I don't want more reasons to have to talk about them or to have new reasons or new situations that I have to bring up every time I go see a doctor for my meds. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't even want medication for all of the issues that I have. It's not what I want for myself. And it's not just easy to get off of medication and you just be happy. It doesn't work that way. It's not as easy as closing my eyes and opening them and then all of a sudden just being comfortable with what I see. And just because I'm not comfortable with that and because that's not who I feel like I am doesn't mean that there's something wrong with me. Just because I never came out about this before or never expressed it to anybody doesn't mean that it just didn't exist or that now it's just coming out of the blue. You can't call me selfish for wanting to be genuine and wanting to be authentic with myself and with everybody else. I think the selfish thing in the situation would be if you cling to who I used to be and you refuse to accept who I am, who I truly am. That to me just shows how much you really care. that maybe you really don't love me for me. Um, because if you did, you wouldn't have an issue looking at me and accepting me and wanting to understand me. That you're stuck on who I used to be, and that is all you will ever love about me. And remember, going forward. And you know, it sucks. It sucks for me because I am much more than that. I am much more than who I used to be. It sucks to know that you would refuse to want to see me evolve, want to see me grow from being depressed, suicidal, anxious, just all of the things that had such a negative impact on my life. That there could even be the slightest possibility that you would have preferred that I would have been who I was to you, who you saw, but dead, than see me still here and doing it big, in my opinion. Being genuine, being myself, just being real. Well, that sucks to know. As anybody who comes out about their true selves, I just want to let you guys know that it is the hardest thing you're probably going to have to do. You're going to be afraid, but in the end, things do get better. There is no reason why anybody should ever, 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 ever feel afraid of being their true selves. Shouldn't have to feel like we're backed into a corner constantly about our situation. We shouldn't have to feel like we have to live double lives in order to maintain some kind of happiness. It takes a lot of learning and a lot of understanding to know that there are going to be people who just don't agree and who probably aren't going to agree, and it's going to take time to want to make the effort to understand you and to understand how you're feeling and what you're going through. Just allow for that time and be respectful about it. Hopefully, you get the same respect in return. On top of having to deal with our transitions, we have to deal with a lot of the emotional issues that we have. A lot of us have to pick ourselves up because everyone that put us down won't pick us up, won't help us. We have to do it ourselves. We can't sit and just wait for everybody to be there to support us. We have to do it ourselves. And that's the thing. Everything always gets better. Always. You just have to stick it out. There's going to be a lot of challenges. People are going to challenge you. People are going to insult you, your intelligence, you as an individual, you as a human being. They are going to make you feel like you are not equal. They are going to put you down purposely to see you down, to see you hurt. And you can't let that get to you. You have to keep going because in the end, your happiness is all that matters. Your happiness within your own skin, with yourself, with everything that you do in life, that is what matters. If we come out to you about our situations, it's because we care about you and we want you to be involved, not because of some stupid ass fucking reason. We don't just choose this. This shit just, it's always been there. And we're being honest about it. To anyone who is refusing to see my growth as an individual, I feel really bad because it truly is a loss. I'm just looking forward, and whoever's going to be there is going to be there, and whoever isn't willing to be there won't. And I'm not going to force it anymore because who I have around me is around me for a reason. And because they want to be there to support me. And I appreciate that. I love it. It is the greatest feeling in the world after feeling what I've been feeling for the past how many years since I've known. Can't even tell you how much it means. It is awesome to feel loved. And to know that I have support after feeling like I've been so afraid to come out. Because I thought, everybody was just gonna be like, oh my god, stay away from us, we hate you. But just knowing that everybody appreciates how genuine that I'm being with myself and with everybody else, it's just awesome. So to everybody who is continuing to like all of my posts, to subscribe to my channel, to just comment and tell me how much they support me and they love me, I love you guys.